In today's episode, we're going to look at several different fitness brands, some coming from large markets, others coming from smaller markets, and look at the strategy they implemented in which they go after either a larger general population or a smaller, more specialized audience, and which one of those strategies is best for your microgym. And then I'm going to lay out the perfect gear kit for anyone in the fitness industry looking to create content. So get fucking excited, because this episode might not actually suck this time. I don't know. We'll see. It probably still does. You be the judge. Guys, this is episode 6 of the What the Fuck Gym Talk Show. What it is. Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be dining on some Screwball peanut butter whiskey to the Misfits, Black Sheep, and Screwballs. This shit's pretty good. I don't know if you've ever had this, but it's whiskey and peanut butter. How could it suck? All right, so let's get into this. So in one of the previous episodes, I talked about how being the best generalist was a great business strategy when you're getting your business off the ground. And this idea was pretty well received by everybody because I think most people can understand that you need to be a multi-tool player in the early stages until you can afford to hire out experts in different respective fields of your business. However, earlier this week, I made this post on Instagram, and while it seemed to be received well by the majority, there was a very loud minority that disagreed, which I'm always good with, right? Like, one of my core tenets is that disagreements and seeing things differently from each other is the only reason we have anything in this world. So I'm a big fan of when anybody in my audience disagrees or has a difference of opinion with some content that I post. But then there was another level of not necessarily disagreement, more or less confusion. I had made this episode where I talked about being the best generalist, and then I'm making this Instagram post where I'm talking about getting real specific and niching in. And people are just like, well, which is it, Stu? What should I fucking be doing? Do you want me to start off my business being a jack of all trades, knowing how to coach the classes and run the Facebook ads and hire the people? Or do you want me to just narrow in on one thing, be super specific on one area of fitness, and zoom in on a very specific client avatar? Well, which is it, Stu? Which one fucking is it? You're confusing the shit out of me.
What you talking about, Louise?
Yes. To both. Like, do both. And so what the fuck does that actually mean? Do both, right? Is this actually something you need to think about for your business, or am I just trying to create some hyperbole clickbait to get some views? Well, it's both. I mean, it is definitely both on that one. But in all seriousness, this is definitely a legit concept. And typically, the only owners that ever push back on this thought process are either scared because they know what I'm saying is true, but they take the stance that their generic, vanilla as fuck fitness service is operating perfectly fine, no need to fix what's not broken, but in reality, internally, they know that there's just nothing special about what they offer, and they're not really sure how to unlock anything special about it. And then there's the other group. And that collective of people, they also know I'm right. They know they need to get more specialized and specific with the individuals they're going after and with their fitness service, but they generally don't know how. They're legitimately lost when it comes at aiming their brand at a specific avatar or how to differentiate their client experience from the rest of the competitors in their market. But have no fear, kids, because in today's episode, I'm going to unpack all of that and look at several different fitness brands, and you can take a look and be the judge for yourself as to which one of those strategies best fits you. So to start off, we're all pretty familiar with the business model that casts a really wide net and tries to capture a ton of people from A to Z within a specific market. I typically like to refer to these models as globo gyms.
Yeah! Oh, hello. I'm White Goodman, owner, operator, and founder of Globo Gym America Corp. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be stuck with what you got.
And while you might have preconceived notions about this dinosaur of a business model, I'm going to challenge your thinking on this to a degree. And yes, these big box gyms that have to pursue a general population to attract a wide variety of clients to fill their enormous square footage locations just to stay marginally profitable are typically located within these really large markets where there's already a ton of competition of other boutique microgym brands. Yes, this model is definitely losing market share every single year. However, when you look at the smaller markets, these generalists of fitness options actually do pretty damn well. Because when you're dealing with a smaller market that has far less competition, you don't have to get hyper-specific and sliver your way into a niche. It actually makes no logical business sense. It's actually better to offer a broader offering. Traditional open gym style with, key card, come and go as you please, maybe a handful of group fitness classes and a personal training department, a kind of a la carte model, if you will. For example, let's take Planet Fitness, one of the country's most popular globo gym brands. The location in Charlotte, North Carolina, with a population of 2 million people, couldn't hold a candle to the Planet Fitness in Cary, North Carolina, that has an estimated population of 200,000 people. Because you got to understand, the population density of these larger markets attract a lot more competition. And each of those microgym or boutique concepts that enter the market are now able to carve out a sliver of that pie and create their own tribal community. And when you multiply that by the 10s and 20s and 50s and hundreds of competitors that are going to move into these bigger, more dense markets, the Globo Gym Generalist model just can't compete with their trendier competition. So hopefully that gave you a little bit better look at why these large generalist Globo gyms are slowly losing market share and losing the battle in the big density-based cities with lots of fitness options. And then in the smaller cities that don't have a lot of options, they're actually doing really well. So now let's dig into some niche concepts and some fitness businesses that realized that they were in a big market. And because of that, they knew they had to niche in and target a very hyper-specific group of individuals to attract them to their brand. So let's go ahead and start off with the largest market in the United States, New York City, home to Mark Fisher Fitness.
Meow, 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 meow. We're very serious about the fitness. We just don't take ourselves very seriously, and we don't wear pants all the time.
No matter if you're a Broadway star, if you work in IT, if you're a janitor, you fit in.
We're asking you to really show up for yourselves because we want to show up for you.
As their website states, they help people who hate gyms find a fitness home they actually love. I fucking love that. It's simple, easy to remember, and it niches into a very specific subset of the fitness population. I mean, look at these goofy fuckers. They're having a blast. Themed dress-up workouts, perky and eccentric trainers. They keep their class experience niched into being a enchanted ninja clubhouse of glory and dreams.
Ninjas? That's gay.
Hello, welcome to MFF Clubhouse page. I'm Chad Ryan, or It's Chad, or Old Bones Ryan, or Chatty Boy Chad, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking gay. But hell, it works for them. It works really fucking well for them. It's authentic to who they are, and they are consistent with who they are. And that's why their business is fucking successful. They obviously embody a culture that is super inclusive and progressive. And if you lived in New York City, and you identified as an L or a G or a B or a T or a whatever fucking letter you identify with, this would be the place you'd work out. And even outside of that specific demographic, if you just like being a silly fuck when you work out and being goofy, Mark Fisher Fitness is your jam. Now let's go to the market that's even bigger than New York City, the World Wide fucking web, where anybody with an internet connection can be a somebody, and a certified trainer fitness instructor somebody, where that competitive part of the marketplace is growing by thousands a day. But as COVID-palooza has taught us, the online market space is still a pretty early adopter frontier. And as I've taught you, or at least if you watch this fucking content, anybody who goes online needs to niche in. So our next case study has done that very, very well. And I'm talking about Louise Green, founder of Big Fit Girl. When we look around at the advertising for fitness or athleisure-like brands, we see the same shit all the time. Lean, sexy, hard-bodied humans who have certainly reaped the benefits of either genetics or consistent hard work with their fitness lifestyle. But what we don't see, individuals who are over-fat, bigger bone structures, or just endomorphic body types by nature. But the marketing powers that be of the larger companies in our industry decided a long time ago that these humans were not going to help drive their bottom line. So they were clearly written off as a potential niche to advertise to, outside of plus-size retail shops and fat fetish porn. Well, big girls have come a long way, and they're making a hell of a comeback. And leading the charge are people like Holly Mangold, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Amy Schumer, Lizzo, and others who have helped take away the negative stigma of being big, empowering people to embrace their body and love themselves for who they are, and simply making it mainstream, accepted, and actually really good business. And this is where Big Fit Girl has been able to earn a cult-like following. From women who align with the idea of honoring their body's physical ability and dismantling the narrative that the weight on the scale determines your self-worth. And since Big Fit Girl is an online-based program, Louise Green realized that that online market space was big. I mean, too big. Ugh, fuck. I swear I did not try to make that a shitty big pun. Anyway, because of that, she realized she had to narrow down her message and slim down her audience. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Now someone's going to go ahead and send me an angry DM. Fucking Jesus. But, okay, listen, because if she had decided she had wanted to target all women in the fitness sector, there's no way she would have been able to compete with every other online fitness, women-specific service out there. You see, we see this shit happen with fitness brands online all the time. They say that their fitness service is for everybody, but then their videos and images and the messaging don't aim for everybody. They actually aim at a very specific person, and then there's dual confusion, and it's just a complete shit show. Like, guys, do you not get this? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Fuck me. Yep, right there. There it is. There it fucking is. What the fuck? Why are words so hard today? Anyway, you get my fucking point. I'm just gonna keep drinking. So anyway, looking at these different companies, the ones that went more general versus the ones that went more specialized, there's no right or wrong answer, right? You need to figure out what's best for you, your business model, and the market you're in. And if your ideal avatar is one of many, it's best to create a tribal attraction around your thing so that your brand becomes a magnet to people who identify or vibe or otherwise get your belief in fitness. And if you're in a smaller market, run the numbers, do the 6th grade math, and you'll find that I am probably most definitely fucking right that getting too narrow and too specific in a small market will certainly not be able to satisfy the economic engine that your business requires. Next up, we've got what is probably my most requested video. What gear should I buy if I want to start creating content? First and foremost, I'm a big fan of the mantra, it's not the wand, it's the magician. The tools that you utilize to tell your story have absolutely nothing to do with how your audience will actually perceive that message. You could give me an iPhone and put me up against another gym owner with $10,000 worth of gear and equipment, but doesn't know how to tell a story, and I'm pretty confident that my ability to narrate to an audience would absolutely surpass all of his tech and really nice gear. He may have the better tools, the nicer lighting, the better camera, but if you can't craft a message that's consumed by your audience and understood by your audience, what the fuck good is it? Because the best tools, all they do, they make your end product look better, sound better. That's it. But the gear can never actually impact whether or not you get your message across to your prospective audience. And if storytelling is not something you're good at, I highly recommend you check out the social media marketing course at Microgym University, the first online business school for microgym owners who want to match their work ethic with smart work. There you're able to go ahead and combine your desire to see your business grow with the 15 years of experience and knowledge I've gained in the industry, and you're able to go ahead and whoop the shit out of the competition in your market. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can learn more about Microgym University, or feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have about MGU. Okay, so back to the gear. For this kit, I'm going to assume you're looking to create content, photo, video, client testimonials, on-demand streaming workout videos, or maybe organize some promotional video or photo shoots. And with that objective in mind, I'm going to be breaking this down into 3 sections: lighting, audio, and the actual camera I recommend. Now, the first and most important, but way less sexy, is the lighting. I'm going to recommend that you invest in a pair of 18-inch diameter LED ring lights that you can easily get off Amazon for around $150. Because the thing that most novice content creators don't realize, I sure as hell didn't realize when I first started, is that creating a great looking video or great looking images is all about getting rid of the standard lighting you have. So maybe it's that shitty halogen lighting you have in your warehouse, or even if you sprung for really expensive LEDs, turn that shit off, have a complete absence of light, and then purposely put in designed lighting so you can get the perfect shadows, the perfect look on your photos and videos. It will absolutely change the way your content appears on screen. Take a look at the comparison shot I did with my head coach Deuce here at Urban Movement when we went and shot with just our overhead lights that are standard in the gym versus when we turned those off and purposely placed a pair of 18-inch LED ring lights to give him that perfect look in the shot. Now, I know you might be saying, dude, Stu, that's great and all, but I mean, I plan on, kind of running, gunning and capturing these shots and videos and images in the middle of a group class, and I can't be just fucking turning the lights on and off. Trust me, I get that. And you can still create great montage videos and get good shots in a group class setting. I do it all the time for Urban Movement, where we capture great scenes in a class, run and gun style, go around it, just capturing moments, not movements, and they work out pretty well. But nothing compared to when we go ahead and orchestrate an actual video or photo shoot. You can clearly see the difference in the shots that were done in a group class setting where the lighting's a little off, the images are just a little bit more rough, versus the more polished version, the much more cinematic version of when we actually plan this out and use the proper lighting. And yes, if you've got some awesome exterior lighting coming in, like you've got some big glass bay doors or you've got good natural light coming in, you can definitely use that as a lighting substitute, except for when the weather doesn't cooperate or it's dark outside. Now let's move on to audio. The single biggest differentiator, if you're going to be using voice-based audio like client testimonials or mic'd up instructors or mic'd up clients. And yes, mic'd up instructors is a growing content strategy that's both educational and entertaining. A lot of gyms are doing this really well. Here's a quick scene from one that my man Dave shot at CrossFit 845. Check it out.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble.
Hey, Tommy, talking to you. Tommy's refusing to talk to me. Wait, what size do I need? Do I need 35s? Do I need 35s or is that boys? Maybe we could do our thrusters outside. Does anybody want to go outside with me? Do you want to go outside with me?
Pretty funny, right? But just don't use Kathy. Don't ever use Kathy and you'll be good to go. But my favorite product for getting great audio in a microgym setting is the Rode Wireless Go. It's a wireless lav mic system that attaches to the top of your camera or smartphone and a transmitter that simply clips onto the individual who'll be speaking. And I've got them right here. This is what I use all the time for whenever we're shooting content here at Urban Movement or even here on this channel. They're super small. They clip onto the individual. I mean, it's phenomenal. They're wireless. It transmits right to the camera to your phone. I've never had an issue with these. I've got a lot of microgym owners who have followed suit and utilized this to create content. And it just makes a world of difference when you've got maybe fans going and music and other people talking. And that mic is right there, right on their shirt, and it really helps eliminate all that extra chaotic noise in the background. So yes, I'm a huge fan of this setup, and the price is right around $200. And for some of you guys who think that might be a little bit excessive, trust me, it is well worth the investment so that your content doesn't sound like a bunch of cats gargling razor blades. And now we'll move on to the last piece of gear you need, a camera. And while yes, any smartphone you have in your pocket is definitely capable of creating high-class video content, I'm going to guess that you're watching this video because you want to upgrade that or you wanted to see what I'd recommend. So I'm going to go ahead here, guys, and recommend the camera I recommend to every small business owner looking to create content, the Canon M50. This mirrorless camera is the perfect option for anyone who is not a professional content creator, but instead uses content to market their profession. It's compact, lightweight, affordable, and an absolute beast in terms of capturing high-resolution images and video. For your fast-paced action shots, it can capture high-def 1080p quality footage at 60 frames per second, which is the perfect speed for when you want to have some of those sexy slow-mo sequences. It also has an amazing autofocus feature. It perfectly locks on to the subject's face and gives you an amazing crisp image and video. That way you don't end up with some fucked up Bigfoot looking rendering of your clients or whatever it is you're shooting. And at the price point of $650 for the camera and this lens that comes with it, like the lens and all of it right here, this entire thing, it is a fucking steal. To put it in perspective, this camera I'm shooting on now is over $3,500. Like, cameras and lenses get stupid fucking expensive. You're a microgym owner. This is just a tool you're utilizing to tell your story. You don't need to invest in it like you would maybe some of the equipment you have in your gym. So I think for the price point here, this is by far my number one go-to recommendation. It's what I've used for years now, not only in my gym, but also here in WTF. And if you're looking to step up your content creation game beyond your smartphone, this is 100% what I would recommend. So there it is, guys. You can get it all. You can get the lighting, you can get the audio and the camera for under $1,000. And if you're currently in a position where spending $1,000 for content creation isn't in your budget, then skip the camera and go with your iPhone. That'll work just fine for an entry-level kit so you can start creating content. But honestly, if you can't spend $1,000 to push your brand message out there and actually create stories in a 2020 world, then I don't know. Maybe you should, stop going to kettlebell certifications or buying dumb fucking equipment. I don't know. There's probably some budgeting you probably could be doing because it's just not a lot of money. I don't fucking know. Buy less mesh tank tops at Lulu, and how many goddamn pairs of yoga pants do you actually really need? I don't know. Just a thought. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you start creating more content for your microgym, please tag me in it. I'd love to see what you guys are coming up with. And until I see you on the next episode, have a great fucking day.